Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 mods when building a street strip or even a race car Foxbody Mustang. Now if you're new to the channel or just now joining us, we have an SSP coupe build that we're building for a stick shift race street driven car, and we got a lot of mods here in this trailer that we're going to talk about today in this video. So you're going to want to stick around as we're going to go into a little bit of detail on what those 5 mods are all about. We're about to head over to McBride Racing and meet up with a couple of our fabricator friends. Dude is driving. What are you doing, bro? As we're gonna leave some of these mods to the professionals, as they're gonna get TIG welded in and later on get certified and to be able to run the speeds that I wanna run with this car. I couldn't wait to see you, Popeyes. Come here. They all love you. Come here. Nope. Come here. You good boy. Oh, you want to be my friend now? Come here. Come here, good boys. This is the track, Popeyes. You don't mess around in the trailers. He'll get you.
Quality control inspector.
What is this? So I brought you a couple fenders and a bumper. This has screws on the back of it, and there's screws for the fenders.
Okay.
The clips are in it. Not super worried about what happens to these. I know you need them for like an alignment thing.
Yep, just to make sure everything is
For the
where
tubular?
it needs to be.
What's happening, bro? What's happening? You taking that thing out on the street tonight? Yeah. Maybe. He said maybe. With the help of Hot Rod the track dog, making sure that we were unstrapping the car right, it was time to get it unloaded from the trailer, get it into the garage, and get it ready to get the top 5 mods we're about to talk about.
In it.
All right.
All right, the driving dog.
The driving dog, his track dog. Look at him.
You're backing it in?
Yeah.
Oh.
What in the hell? You are not from Ohio. You are not. You know it's snowing tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
No, that's next Monday. Yeah. All right, so we're here at McBride Racing with Steve Sr., and we're going to talk about the 5 mods that I'm going to have him installing here on my street strip, race car, whatever you want to call it. So the first one that's really a priority especially when you're starting to make some horsepower, is torque box reinforcements. Now we talk about torque box reinforcements on the channel quite a bit. Basically you're looking at lowers and uppers, and what this does is reinforce the actual torque box itself from a lot of shock load. The hole's oblong.
Yep. Oblong, and there's a lot of pressure there.
I think torque box reinforcements are your number one. You know, when you're starting to try to build a race car or a street strip car, I think this is a really important mod to do first, or one of the top ones you should do, because the torque boxes on the Foxbody Mustang are terrible to begin with, and they're probably already tearing out at this age.
Right.
So that'll be something that we get in the car very soon. We're going to go ahead and throw it here in the car. So the next mod, number 2 on the list, probably subframe connectors. And here in the coupe build, we've actually teamed up with Stifler's suspension this year. One of the things they sponsored here on the channel is full-length subframe connectors. So these are really good. Yeah, these are definitely a nice design. As you can see, these are full-length and made by Stifler's, and that's what we wanted to do on the car. And I think what Steve said he was going to do is he's going to come through the floor here and meet the subframe.
For the 8-point leg.
Yeah, so these are definitely one of the first mods you want to put on Foxbody Mustang, because they are notorious for twisting. I know that Team Z has a kit that we're going to do as well, possibly in the future, where they come through the floor. So the next one that we're going to talk about when building a race car, and this is kind of an optional thing, especially if your car's been hit in the front, is putting a tubular front end on. Now, I'm only putting a tubular front end on my SSP coupe because it had been twisted in the front like we had talked about in the other videos. So we're definitely going to be able to save some weight here, 40 or 50 some pounds, and that's nose weight. That's a lot. Fit this stuff up for us as one of the mods that we are going to do here on the channel. And when you're trying to go a little bit faster, when you're trying to chase ET and even class specific stuff, no prep, whatever you want to do, this also allows you to free up some room, especially for you guys who run big turbos or special, like, you know, different types of setups, big block, whatever. It definitely makes a lot of room in the front. But if your car's twisted up, this is definitely one of the options that you can use. And this is all Team Z's front welding section. You get that in the car, and that'll be another mod here on the channel. I don't even remember. All right, so that's basically a kit that's going to be chopped from here forward. You've done this before here.
Yeah.
So, and Joe has it on his coupe to give you guys an idea. Steve has it as well. They made theirs, and you can see how much room, because he's doing a special, like a different type of build that's just not, you know, something that has to be fabricated. And you can see over here in Joe's 86 notch that my buddy Mike Moss, so big shout to Mike Moss, he built this one in the front and welded it in, did a nice job as well. So you can see how much room he's got, and you know, for headers and clearancing and stuff. So definitely something that we want to do in the coupe. Is like we had talked about, you know, this being a race mod, you know, the car had been twisted, and you can see how mangled up, and this is all bent up in here. So that's definitely going to make
Typical core support look.
Right. Look at that. Look at that arm.
Yep.
I can't have nothing nice. Look at this. This is hidden by the... I can't have nothing nice, man.
Shame on me. Oh, well. So number 4 of number 5 here in the video is your cage. So this is the main hoop, and this is chrome moly. So this is something that's pretty lightweight and strong. Guys, I put cages and all these torque box reinforcements and subframes in myself for years. But sometimes you want to leave things to the professionals. And Steve in McBride Racing, him and his son, they do this for a living, and then they come home and do it for a side hustle. So sometimes you want to leave it to the professionals. Just let them handle it. Let them take care of the TIG welding, because everything's going to be tigged in and nice and strong. When it comes to safety, that's something that I definitely have been lacking on in my other box bodies. But this one we're going to do a little bit different. And you got the roof A-pillar bar. Another roof.
What's different between this and what we put in your other car is you got a halo where these are separate legs, and then there'll be a bar here.
So it'll be nice and tight right on the roof.
Top windshield.
You guys remember seeing the white car? It kind of had a little bit of a different type of cage that was all custom fit. When I had the halo put in, it was kind of a PETA because the halo was too narrow, too angled. So he could only come out so far. You know, my helmet's gonna kind of get in the way, but we'll make it work. This is hoop. This is hoop. Yep, other side of the back bar. These are your Fox. So this is the dash bar.
Dash bar, seat belt.
So this one would go across here, right? Yep. And this is behind my dash. That mounts to the pillar bars. These are should be my side bars, door bars.
Your door bars.
Left and right door bars.
For windshield bar.
And this is this is the one he was just talking about that he had to round out. Whereas this one is gonna kind of come up and hit the pillar bar. It's kind of nice.
Shock tower brace.
And this is my shock tower brace. Now there's already kind of one in there, but it's one of them cheap ones that you buy on Amazon or whatever. So there you have it. 10-point gauge with the dash bar. Like I said, it's a Team Z cage. One of the best mods that you can do when you're racing your car, because it not only strengthens your car, but it keeps it from, you know, the rollout. It makes the car straighter. It just, you know, Fox bodies, even Thunderbirds that you guys race, are notorious for twisting all over the place. So I know you're adding weight, but technically your car will go faster when you add this weight to it, just by strengthening it up.
Yeah, because you're not losing it in the launch.
In the rollout, yeah.
When you launch your car,
Straight.
all that energy's got to come back.
You're not
So
chasing.
the quicker you can get it there, the better.
That's correct. And like I said, this guy, you know, you teach the division of racing over at the tech college, so I mean, he kind of knows what he's talking about. All right, so the last mod that we're going to talk about today is the anti-roll bar. So this is a Team Z Motorsports anti-roll bar. And basically what this thing does is it welds up above your axle. Then you have two links that come down, and actually, as you can see, this moves and keeps the axle stable for when you launch and roll out and when you're racing. So the links here keep the axle.
Because the rear end wants to flip over.
Yeah.
So the right hand side wants to go up and bury into the fender.
Correct.
And the left hand side wants to go down into the ground. So what that does is it takes that body roll that you typically see on the right hand side, and it balances it out, so then that way it'll balance the weight when you launch.
And you can see the links here. Definitely one of my top 5 mods when I started racing. It changed everything on the 60-foot.
Huge. And for years, guys would say, only if you have high horsepower. We're at a stage in racing now, it doesn't matter what platform you're at, that you need everything you can get. Because building horsepower and more power on the engine's expensive. This stuff here, yeah, it's expensive, but you get more bang for your buck, and you don't have to make any more power in your engine. You know, especially if you're on that verge on a stock block of, you know, do I stay here or do I find an aftermarket block? And this stuff here can help you stay.
Yeah. In addition to what he's talking about, these are some of the little tweaks that you could make when you're making a specific amount of horsepower that can make a difference and make your car go faster at the track, because you're able to actually put the power utilize the power that you already have and use it and put it to the ground.
Yep.
And you're getting rid of that variable. You're getting rid of that rollout, that 1.40 60 foot. Now you're running 1.30 60 foots, and everybody knows you get that 60 foot down, you know, it's multiplicative at the end of the track, period. Definitely on my top 5 list when making a race car, anti-roll bar, along with the other 4 that we just talked about. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you. I appreciate you, Steve, for giving me your input. I want to give a real big shout out to Team Z for what they've done here on the channel once again. Guys, if you enjoy this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out that join button below if you want to check out some exclusive content for the channel members here on the channel. Outside of that, I just appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks.